There's been a particular difficult year with the Covid-19 pandemic, and Hubert and his team had some ideas of things they wanted to do.
Yeah, the Health Hacking Crisis Network was conceived on a balcony in Gulf Shores, Alabama. Basically, we were on spring break and the whole country started shutting down. So all places, and we were on spring break. I was with my family. And this was a bit different story for me because unlike other things I've started over the years, this felt like a real need of mine, an urge of mine to do something about really solving problems in this crisis. And so I started it on Facebook. I just invited friends and acquaintances, anybody who had a relevant background and a willingness to help. And the goal was to stand up a rapid reaction force for when things go down the tubes. So at the time we were talking about the country being overrun with needs for ICU beds and needing more breathing devices and all kinds of equipment that was needed potentially would be not available anywhere in the country and would have to be created from scratch. We started asking questions of what is it you want to work on, what is it you want to work on. So there was no preconception of what it needed to be because the people in the group were all leaders in their respective fields. So some gravitated towards, hey, we need to have more good masks. Others said we need to create some cloth masks for secondary use, the kind of masks we use now every day. Others wanted to work on protective equipment like shields and all those different things. And so these groups would form, and then we created them in a Slack channel and let them work on their own project, and then had the calls together to help and with the collective brain trust to stand up any support they might need. For instance, on the very expensive masks that were not obtainable at the time, we had two separate people working on two separate projects that had created N95-like masks for first responders. So they didn't have, in all cases, good masks, and some surgeons didn't even have great masks. So those efforts were executed on by those teams, and we just helped them either monetarily or creating connections. And on the cloth mask side, it wasn't so clear at the beginning. Everyone was saying, "Oh, those are just not worth it, and don't even bother." Well, now in hindsight, we know that is entirely untrue. It was one of the most significant things to have cloth masks available for everyone. I mean, in the best way at the time, we were thinking about it like MacGyvering things, right? So rigging things to make them work. And ever since I was quoted saying that in the newspaper, I've just given up on not saying it because it probably is the best way to describe this.
It was a good show. I like that show.
I did too. But we're trying to strive for higher standards if at all possible, not just patching things together with duct tape and zip ties.
But whether how formal or how far along it is now has matured to the point where the next thing will come, and then maybe you all will get together, and those of you who are interested say, we're ready for the next challenge, how do we figure it out?